Hello and welcome to Plant-Based Logic. My name is Alistair and today, yes, it is true, Miley Cyrus is no longer vegan. The incredibly famous pop star who said she'd rather eat dirt than eat animals has decided to eat animals. On her most recent podcast with Joe Rogan, she explains how she had to start incorporating animal products because she felt tired. And yep, it's like the other famous celebrity vegans out there have decided to eat fish.
Omega, was vegan for a very long time, and I've had to introduce fish and omegas into my life because my brain wasn't functioning properly. And
don't tell that to the vegans. They'll come for you.
They're gonna come for me, but that's okay.
There was a few things that were really troubling during this interview. One thing she said that she tried to do veganism 100% perfect, and I think that really scares me. Like whenever I hear people say that they're trying to do things perfect, alarm bells start ringing. And I start thinking about health tourism. Now I've got a video on health tourism here if you want to see that. But basically what happens is you start looking at what's healthiest or healthier for the body, and then eventually you start falling down a really bad track. For instance, a lot of people who follow raw food diets. I see a lot of people who go onto veganism, then fall into like a whole food plant-based diet, then raw veganism or juicing or some other fad plant-based diet. And then what happens is the body starts breaking down. They call themselves vegan, they start pushing down this orthorexia pathway where they're really obsessing over their food they eat. There's no doubt there's going to be some break. I think this is a really sad day for a lot of young girls out there. Miley was definitely somebody that people looked up to. And I find that somebody with such a large audience going back to eating animals, she can have such a huge influence on so many people. I really hope that this is telling other vegans out there not to idolize or look up to other celebrities just because they're on a plant-based diet. It's just not good for the movement. It's not good for the animals. And I don't care. Like, I'm doing this because it's right. I've been vegan 10 years and I'm a 6'4" male. You know, I need a lot of energy. If I can do it, anybody can. I really do hope that Miley sort of takes a deep breath, steps back and says, hey, let's take a look at this. It's for the animals. Now, Mike the Vegan had a fantastic video just recently and called it the Vegan Exhale. And I think it's a fantastic video. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link to his video in the description below. I think what happens is with a lot of vegans, when they say they can't do something or they can't eat something, they can build up a bit of resistance to it. And that resistance will start to build. Now, there's a book called The Merchants of Doubt, and right now there is a lot of doubt out there saying, you need to eat animal products, you need to incorporate this, you need to incorporate that. And these merchants of doubt build up that doubt in your mind so that little bit of anxiety that you've had towards not eating a certain food starts to build. You start freaking out. You start having a bit of a placebo effect or a nocebo effect where you haven't consumed something. You start identifying some issues that probably aren't there. They probably all are in your head. For instance, Miley talks about being exhausted. She's touring and she's feeling exhausted.
Glastonbury, and that was a show that I loved. I loved my performance, but I was running on empty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you were probably pretty tired. Consume more calories, eat more food. Instead, it's, oh my gosh, I'm hearing all this stuff. I'm seeing all these ex-vegans and now I'm really starting to build up this idea that I need these certain nutrients. I'm just saying this to anybody watching this. I know vegans who are healthy and happy and they've been on diets for 25, 30, 40, 50 years. Even Joe Rogan admits this in his podcast.
Some people, I have good friends that are vegan and they're fine on it. My friend John Joseph, he's been vegan for like 30 years.
I really don't want to see a meltdown onto vegan social media, but I know this is going to be a big one. Miley has a huge audience. She has a huge following. I think this one is going to hang around for quite a while. We live in a very non-vegan world. It's very hard when you're going against the stream. Hopefully, we can come out the other side because it's not about me, it's not about you, it's not about Miley, it's about the animals. And fish are one of the most heavily exploited animals in the world. Trillions of fish are pulled out, including their bycatch, every single year. So I don't know why fish are thrown under the bus every time the next vegan comes out. Okay guys, it was a bit of a bummer video this one, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please look after yourselves, eat a bunch of good plant-based foods. Don't fall into the health tourism trap. My name is Alistair, this is Plant-Based Logic, and until next time, bye for now.